Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. July 13th. Humility is a gift. As long as we placed self reliance first, a genuine reliance upon a higher power was out of the question. That basic ingredient of all humility, a desire to seek and do God's will, was missing. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Page 72. When I first came to AA, I wanted to find some of the elusive quality called humility. I didn't realize I was looking for humility because I thought it would help me get what I wanted, and that I would do anything for others if I thought God would somehow reward me for it. I try to remember now that the people I meet in the course of my day are as close to God as I am ever going to get while on this earth. I need to pray for knowledge of God's will today and see how my experience with hope and pain can help other people. If I can do that, I don't need to search for humility. It has found me. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. July 13th. How many days of my life have I wasted? I missed the joy of my children's early years because I was preoccupied with the alcoholic. I rejected overtures of friendship from coworkers so that I could fret uninterrupted about what was bothering me. Not once during those days did I think about my right to enjoy the day. Al-Anon has led me to see that I have choices, especially about my attitudes. I don't have to see my life as a tragedy or torment myself with past mistakes or future worries. Today can be the focus of my life. It is filled with interesting activities if I allow myself to see it with a spirit of wonder. When my worries and sorrows cloak me, the laughter and sunshine of the everyday world seem inappropriate to the way I feel. Who is out of sync, the rest of the world or me? Today's reminder. Today I will live in the present and find what I can to enjoy there. If there is pain, I will accept that too, but my pain does not have to completely overshadow the enjoyable parts of my reality. I will participate in making more of my joy. I may join in a conversation at work or at a meeting, to tell a joke at the dinner table or laugh with a friend. Just for today, I might even allow myself to sing. There is a quote from the Sanskrit Salutation of the Dawn, and it reads, "Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life." Just for today, daily meditation for recovering addicts. July 13th. Humility in action. If we are hurting, and most of us do from time to time, we learn to ask for help. Basic text, page 83. Sometimes recovery gets downright difficult. It can be even more difficult to get humble enough to ask for help. We think, I have all this time clean. I should be better than this. But the reality of recovery is simple. Whether we have 30 days or 30 years clean, we must be willing to ask for help when we need it. Humility is a common theme in our 12 steps. The program of Narcotics Anonymous is not about keeping up appearances. Instead, the program helps us get the most from our recovery. We must be willing to lay bare our difficulties if we expect to find solutions to problems that arise in our lives. There's an old expression sometimes heard in Narcotics Anonymous. We can't save our face and our ass at the same time. It isn't easy to share in a meeting when we have a number of years clean, only to dissolve into tears because life on life's terms has made us realize our powerlessness. But when the meeting ends and another member comes up and says, "You know, I really needed to hear what you had to say," we know that there is a God working in our lives. The taste of humility is never bitter. The rewards of humbling ourselves by asking for help sweeten our recovery. Just for today, if I need help, I will ask for it. I will put humility into action in my life. Today, Emotions Anonymous, July 13th. Reflection for today. I had fears of what God would ask me to be and do, fears of a life I did not want to lead. Slowly, my faith has developed to where I am willing and able to turn my life over to God. Piece by piece, I have ventured to give up control of my will and life and let God have control. Many times I take control back. At no time has it worked out better for me to have been in control rather than God. Every time God has been in control, it has worked out for the best. My spiritual progress has been gradual. As my trust in God has grown, the areas I surrender to my higher power have increased. Meditation for today. May I commit myself to letting you handle my life today. Today I will remember, in God's control, I am in the best care possible. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. July 13th. Spiritual, not religious. We must remember that ACA is a spiritual and not religious program. Faith and religious conviction are not requirements for ACA membership. We avoid dogmatism and theological discussions, yet a higher power is a key part of the ACA way of life. BRB, page 106. It often seems amazing that we can become so close to one another in our meetings, relying on each other for emotional support, and still have disparate views on what constitutes a higher power. This is because we have come together for a single reason. We recognize that our dysfunctional childhoods override everything else. We support each other for who we are because we have a commonality that unites us. ACA does not endorse any religious views. As individuals, if we have our own religious view, we may not use ACA as a platform to try to convert others. If we do not have a religious view, we are not entitled to criticize another member's religious viewpoint. We practice tolerance for others. All belief systems have one thing in common: they are spiritual in nature. Our personal spirituality and recognition of a higher power of our own understanding are what help guide us on our healing journey. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will remember that my spiritual beliefs are a vital part of my recovery. They need not match those of other people in the program." Please share, subscribe, like. Remember that recovery is possible and that you are not alone. one day at a time.